What's up, YouTube? This is your man Buck, and I'm back. And some of you have been asking me, why are you so passionate about Socom? Why do you like Socom so much? And the simple way to answer that is, it's the best shooter hands down that I've ever played. The best series. Socoms 1 and 2 are the best shooting games that I've ever played out of any shooting video game. And normally on the Digital Fire podcast, when we have a new guest, we ask them to share their Socom story in 5 minutes or less. So that's what I'm gonna try and do in this video. Is I'm gonna give you guys my Socom story. I did it during one of the original Digital Fire podcasts, and some of you may or may not have seen that, so I'm gonna share my Socom story in this video. It all started for me. I was 15 back in 2002. October 2002 is when I first started playing Socom. A friend of mine invited me over to his house. He said he had this new game. You could play online. You can play against other people, talk crap to them, and he said it was fun. So I said, you know what, I'll give it a try. Went over to his house, brought my PlayStation. He had an extra copy of it, brought the network adapter. We pretty much had TVs side by side, and we were just going at it. First map I ever played was Abandoned. Hopped on, Socom 1, got into an abandoned lobby. Was on the terrorist side, and I got pooped on. Like, I played like complete crap. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just running around with a chicken, like a chicken with his head cut off, and knew nothing about the game at all, and it showed. I was getting dominated. I stayed in that lobby and I kept playing Abandoned for the next like 3 hours, just trying to get better, and I slowly started improving. I started learning the map and eventually got really good at that map, and then I hopped into a medley, and the same thing occurred. I got beat up on a lot of the maps that I've never played before, and until I started learning those maps and working with my teammates, I just didn't play well. And I eventually learned the game, learned the ins and outs of Socom, learned how to be a really good player and a really good teammate. And I really, at that point, at that phase of Socom, during the Socom 1 era, I just fell in love with it. Like, it was just, everything about the game just appealed to me. You know, the aspect of team play, the aspect of just winning gunfights, it had the perfect balance of slow play and fast pace. You know, you had to be tactical, you had to be strategic in your movements, but then once you got in that gunfight, it was just guns blazing. It was just something I've never experienced before. And then Socom 2 came out. We got some new maps, we got some new game modes, some new weapons, and it made me fall in love all over again. I really enjoyed it, and Socom 2 is when I really got into, clans and doing clan battles. I never was, I didn't really have a clan during Socom 1. It was just me and, a couple buddies. We played together a lot. And Socom 2 is when we really tried to build our clan, and we did a lot of GBs. We had a lot of fun. It was something that I've never experienced before, just meeting people that you've never, met in real life, and feeling like you know a lot about them just by playing a video game with them online. And that's one of the things that Socom brought that no other game has really brought, was the aspect of community, meeting people that, like I said, that you've never seen in real life, but feeling like you knew that person better than you knew some of your own friends that you had. And I played every iteration since then. I played, went on to Socom 3. I actually enjoyed the small maps on Socom 3. I didn't really care for the large maps, but the small maps were pretty fun. I didn't play a whole lot of Combined Assault. I played a little bit of Combined Assault, and at that point I reverted back to, Socom 2. I continued playing a lot of Socom 2 and still doing, game. At that point it was game battle, still doing a lot of game battle matches and having fun with Socom 2. And then the PS3 era came around. I got Confrontation, and to put it politely, it was a clusterfuck. It was bad upon launch. It just really laggy, really buggy, and once all those things got fixed, they ruined it with the Cold Front DLC and the specializations, and that kind of broke the game. It really just started bringing the community back, and the game really started to fix itself once all the bugs and all the lag was taken out, and then you just introduced an element that kind of ruined it for a lot of people. And then we all know the disaster that was Socom 4. I'm not going to really talk on that at all, because I think everyone, or 90% of the people, reverted back to Confrontation after that. But I always found myself playing Socom 2 and Socom 1, no matter what Socom was out. Even during the Confrontation era, even doing the Socom 3 and Combined Assault era, and especially during the Socom 4 era, I always drifted back to Socom 1 and Socom 2. And the reason for that was those games just, they felt perfect. Even though they weren't perfect by any stretch, it just felt that way because I had so much fun playing. It was effortless because I knew the ins and outs of those games, and the community loved those games. And you still had players playing until the servers were shut down, and you still have players playing now via Xlink. And I just loved those earlier Socoms. It just really, that was my heart. That was what molded me as a gamer and as a shooter gamer. And if you miss those Socoms, I don't really know what to tell you. You really, when they were in their prime, those were some of the best games. You had clan wars that lasted for hours, and you could play that game for hours and hours on end. So that's kind of my Socom story. I was really just brought into it, you know, found it from a friend because I never really played shooting games. I was more of a sports guy, and I found it from a friend. He invited me over, and I was addicted ever since. I was addicted to the Socrack. So let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know your Socom story, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel grow. Share this video using the hashtag Socom Remastered and building the list. I'll have those hashtags in the description. This is your man Buck. Peace.